Even if you have a bad or a fair credit, you can still qualify for a large EIN only Chase Bank business loan. In today's conversation, I'm going to prove you how to get things done the proper way. Don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee, or tea, or vodka, and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to speak to you about a large EIN only business loan from Chase Bank. How do you get such a loan if you have bad or fair credit? The first thing you need to do is to explore Chase Business Lending. Chase is a financial behemoth. They are a global colossus when it comes to the financial services industry. They have all kinds of loan products. They have all kinds of checking accounts, savings accounts, all kinds of products they have. So the first thing you need to do is to be strategic. I want you to explore Chase Business Lending. What is the typology of loans that Chase offers? First of all, they have SBA financing. They have business loans. You mean the business term loans. They have lines of credits, right? They have equipment and trade financing. They also have standby performance letters of credit. This is something that a lot of people don't know about, and I'm not going to go into detail because we have another show just for that. But they do have a standby letter of credit, and they also provide commercial import letters of credit. They have documentary collection, and they also have, please don't forget, that with Chase, you have a nice assortment of business credit cards, right? So I'm just doing an overview of the kind of loans products that Chase has. So in terms of credit cards, business credit cards, they have the Inc. Business Unlimited credit card. They have the Inc. Business Cash credit card. They have the Inc. Business Preferred credit card. They have the Southwest Rapid Rewards Performance Business credit card. They have the Southwest Rapid Rewards Premier Business Credit Card, and then they have United Business Card. This is a branded partner credit card. One thing I want to say here is that all these credit cards and loans and letters of credits can be EIN only if you do the proper strategy, if you structure the loan application properly, okay? But in today's conversation, we want to focus on the business loans, the business term loans, not on the lines of credit, not on the SBA financing, not on the equipment and trade financing. We're focusing purely on business loans. Step number 2, you want to focus on Chase business loans and line of credits. Okay, so in the first step, I gave you actually the constellation of all products and services that Chase offers. Now we want to focus. We want to be strategic here. We want to focus on the business loan, the EIN only business loans, and on the EIN only business line of credit. So if you don't qualify for any reason, if you don't qualify for the business loan, we're just going to focus on the business line of credit as plan B. So let's first talk about the business loans. So the term loan, this is a term loan. So you have fixed and variable rate options. You have a draw loan, draw period up to 12 months, followed by a fully amortizing repayment term. And you have what they call advised line. This is a pre-approved period allowing you to make purchases for up to 12 months, and you can lock in rates and terms at the time each purchase is made. So the loan amount starts from $10,000 and can go all the way to $10 million. Okay, and you have 100% financing plus up to 10% in soft cost. And the terms as long as 7 years or up to 75% of the equipment in case we're talking about equipment financing, if you want to use the cash for equipment purchase. And this is kind of cool. And they also have here the what they call the small business loans. So they have small business term loans, and then they have the small business loans. And a Chase business term loan helps your small business purchase capital goods and equipment or consolidate debt. Okay, and here you have we love the fact that you can have fixed monthly payments with that. This is really good. And you have flexibility in terms of terms. You can choose 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, all the way to 7 years. You also have the business lines of credit. So with a Chase business line of credit or commercial line of credit, your business will have access to working capital available when you need it. Commercial line of credit and business line of credit, the only difference is that commercial line of credit applies to businesses that are big. So, up to $10 million, at least $10 million in monthly revenue or annual revenue, depending upon the geography and the sector the business is in. Okay, let me give you, here is a big decision time here. Do you need a business line of credit? Do you even know what you can use it for? Because at the end of the day, a Chase business line of credit is ideal if your business needs easy access to cash for short-term capital, inventory purchase, supplier payments, or an emergency fund. So you got to be very strategic in terms of business line of credit or business loan. Of course, both of them being EIN only. Step number 3, folks, I'm still talking to you about how to get a large EIN only business loan from Chase Bank if you have bad or fair credit. Step number 3, you need to get your act straight. So step number 1, explore Chase business lending. Step number 2, you want to zero in on Chase business loans and lines of credit. Step number 3, you need to get organized. So when we speak about organization here, we are talking about all the things that you need to do to constitute a solid foundation for your business loan application, but also for your company overall. So prominent among the factors you need to focus on is the EIN. Everything starts from that, right? EIN only business loan means you got to have an EIN. But the thing is that EIN is only the social security number, the equivalent of a social security number for a company, nothing else. Your EIN is only as strong as the company underlying it is strong. Okay, so if you don't have an EIN, please go and get it now from the IRS. It's very easy. Go on the IRS website. But you want to make sure that you incorporate. We are talking about having an LLC, LLP, S Corp, or C Corp. I don't care what legal structure you choose, but you gotta be a company whose operational affairs are segregated from your personal affairs. Okay, then you need to open a business bank account, have a business credit card. It doesn't matter the amount, as long as you have a business credit card, you have a checking account in the name of the company, a credit card in the name of the company. That really furthers the whole idea of segregating your personal affairs from your business's affairs. Okay, you also want to set up accounting, so you can choose any kind of software. You have Zero, Wave, Expensify, QuickBooks, you name it. Also want to think about having a business plan. This is important because the business plan is going to actually communicate to the outside world your idea about the business, where the business was, where it is right now, and where it is going. Don't forget also to work on your business credit. I'm talking here about trade lines, right? And one thing that's very important also is that you want to set up accounting and take care of licenses and permits, especially if you are in a very, I would say, in a risky sector or a heavily regulated sector. You want to keep up with your licenses and permits, because that's if you get audited, you might get a lot of fines and penalties, and nobody wants that, right? Step number 4, folks, you want to open Chase business accounts. So, folks, today's conversation is revolving around getting a large EIN only business loans from Chase Bank if you have fair or poor credit. And it's important to understand that Chase, being the financial behemoth that it is, they offer a large constellation of products and services, right? So you want to establish a relationship with this behemoth. You want to establish a long-term relationship with this colossus. And how do you do that? You have to have a checking account and or a savings account. And when it comes to checking accounts, you have several offers. You have business checking switch kit. You have you also have performance business checking. You have platinum business checking, and then you have Chase business complete banking. Okay, so there are 4 or 5 products depending on where you live. And so you need to choose your business tab for a downloadable checklist of the required documentation needed to open a new business account. So we're showing you on the screen right now If you are a sole proprietorship, here is the checklist on the screen. If you are a limited liability company, LLC, here is a checklist on the screen. Either way, I'm strongly discouraging you, if you want to get a large EIN only business loan from Chase, to remain a sole proprietorship. You want to switch into the corporation world. You want to be an LLC, LLP, S Corp, C Corp. So that's for the check-in. Now we have the savings. When it comes to savings, Chase has several products. So you have Chase Business Total Savings. You have the Chase Business Premier Savings. You have the Chase Business Certificates of Deposits, the CD. Okay, and the cool thing here is that depending on the kind of extra cash you have at the end of every month, you might want to choose a savings account that helps you. At the end of the day, I will strongly encourage you to have two accounts, at least two accounts. One checking account, one business checking account, and one business savings account. That way, you can counteract the negative criterion coming from your low or fair credit. Chase is a traditional bank, and usually they want borrowers to have a strong credit. But even if you don't have strong credit, but you can counterbalance that negative criterion with two asset accounts. That is fantastic. You are increasing your chances of being approved. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another session of the Awesome Story Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation about how to get approved for a large EIN only business loan from Chase Bank if you have bad or fair credit. Step number 5, you want to explore Chase Business Services. So we are going to continue the exploration adventure here, right? We want to know exactly what Chase is about. We want to establish a relationship with Chase so that we can get the high limits, very large EIN only business loan from this player. And we had explored the lending of Chase before. We had explored their business accounts. Now let's explore the services. It's important because, again, you want to show Chase that you are in it to win it, and you want to stay with Chase for a long time. So first of all, Chase has something called merchant services, and this could be suitable for your business because here they offer simple solutions to take payments and manage your business. So you can accept payments at your store, online, or on the go with Chase's point of sale and software solutions to help you take payments your way. Okay. And so this is kind of cool because, and this is part of a plethora of solutions that Chase offers for your business. So if you are in e-commerce, if you're in retail, or even if whatever business type you're in, whatever business type you have, you can find a very good service with Chase Merchant Services. They also have collection services. Here is the big decision time for you. Do you know what collection services is? Do you know? Do you have an idea? Collections services? Does it ring a bell? No? Yes? Basically, when we speak about collection services, we're speaking about getting money from your customers, right? So you have everything from receivables. So Chase has receivables online. They have their economy lockbox. They have receivables online wholesale lockbox. They have cash services. They have cash vault services. Things that you might want to look into again, okay? And Chase also have a Chase Quick Deposit. This is where you are depositing checks right from your office or phone. This is really good. They also have they offer a service whereby you can send or receive payments with Zelle. This is kind of good also. Again, as you can see, they have a plethora of services, and it's up to you to see what kind of services are suitable for your business. But you've got to do this. You have to do this because it's just so funny. A lot of folks believe that you can't qualify for a loan from Chase or Citi or Wells Fargo or one of those big banks simply because you have a bad or fair credit. The reason why you are denied is not because of your credit per se. It's because you haven't established the right relationship with the banker, with the bank that is, so they know they can count on you for business too. It's like you're trying to eat their moolah. You're trying to get their cash, but you're not willing to put up some of your cash for them also to eat. It's got to be a mutually beneficial relationship. If you want it to be a one-way, it'll never work. Speaking about making things work, not only in your favor, but also in Chase's favor, you need to talk to a banker. And this is step number 6. You've got to have a conversation with a real banker. I'm not talking about going on the website, going on Chase's website and just reading stuff or just listening to people around you, people who have bad credit, who just got rejected, and you think the same thing will happen to you. No, there is a clear way, and I'm sharing this with you today. There is a clear way to get a large EIN only Chase business loan with fair or bad credit. And you got to talk to a Chase banker. And when you speak with a banker, you want to talk about your company's operational history. You want to talk about what kind of services you offer, what kind of products you offer, the difficulties you have on a daily basis. I'm not telling you to spill all the beans when having a convo with the banker to reveal things that you shouldn't be revealing to anybody for that matter. But what you're trying to do is you are giving the banker enough content so they can give you back their intel, because they work for Chase. So they know exactly what kind of criteria the bank looks at when approving or disapproving loans, right? So you want to have their expertise here. You also want to you want to ask them what kind of services you might sign up for. Again, you want to bring business to Chase, so the bank in return can bring businesses to you. And the form of business they'll bring to you is by approving you for a loan, for a large loan for that matter. We're not speaking here about small loans, folks. This conversation and everything we do on this channel is for big loans, okay? At the end of the day, we are encouraging, of course, we're not encouraging viewers to be over indebted, but we're encouraging viewers to rise to their potential, to look for large enough loans so they can achieve what they intend to achieve in their business or in their lives. If you are interested in just having a $5,000 tiny loan with Chase, $10,000 teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini loan with Chase, then it's not really interesting, because you know why? Because when you're applying for a business loan and they're doing the hard pull on you, they will do a hard pull on you whether you are applying for $2,000 or $2 million. It's the same hard pull. It's the same hard pull that decreases your FICO score. So you might as well just go for the big enchilada, okay? So you want to talk to the Chase banker about the liquidity issues you have, how the business loan application process works, how to make the whole application EIN only, the requirements of the Chase EIN only business loan. This is the kind of conversation only an insider, such as a Chase banker, can give you. And you want to talk to the person. If you're lucky enough to have a branch nearby, you want to go and have you want to pick a rendezvous with that banker. Or if you can, just do it over the phone, but you have to speak to someone. Step number 7, last but not the least, folks. If you want to get approved for a large Chase EIN only business loan with a bad or fair credit, you need to apply at the branch or over the phone. Do not apply online, okay? Don't try to gain, or don't try to save time, quote unquote save time, by applying on the internet. If you want to do things EIN only, and if you want to get the larger amount as much as possible, even with bad or fair credit, you want to apply at a branch or over the phone, but preferably at the branch. And one thing you need to understand is, before you go to the branch, make sure that you understand the main business loan requirements when it comes to Chase. So they want to see your time in business. They want to have an idea of your business credit score or personal credit score. They want to have an annual business revenue and profits. They want to have an idea of your bank statements, the last 3 monthly bank statements. If you don't bank with Chase, then they will want to see that. If you bank with them, then it's perfect. They might want to see your personal and business tax returns when available. So that will be your 1040 and your 1040s for the last 3 years, and your 1065s and or 1120s for the last 3 years. They might want to have an idea about the loan purpose, the desired loan amounts, what you're looking for, right? They might want to have an idea about that. And you also need to have a business plan. This is important for Chase. They need to understand exactly what's happening here. And why? Because if they're just giving you the cash, but they have no idea what your company stands for. I mean, you can tell me, well, I'll be speaking about this with the banker. That's true, but the person reviewing the loan may not be the banker you're speaking to, because the banker is in the front office. The banker you'll be speaking to is in the front office, and the underwriter is in the middle or the back office. So they don't talk to each other, especially if you have a Chinese wall among those two entities or those two departments. So you really want to explain everything, the business plan. The underwriting team at Chase is the one who's going to read the business plan. You want to talk about your industry, what kind of entities your business is. Do you have business licenses and permits? What's your EIN? What's your balance sheet? What's your financials? What are your financial statements? Okay, you need to prepare a whole set of financial statements. And I don't care even if you are a brand new company, there is something called forward-looking business presentation. There's something called projected financial statements. Okay, even if you're brand new, even if your business is 1 second old or 2 seconds old for that matter, you can still prepare projected, estimated financial statements. Okay, and make sure those statements are complete. So you need to show your balance sheet, your income statement, your statement of cash flow, and your statement of stockholders' equity or owner's equity. All right, folks, this is it for today's conversation. I was talking to you about how to get a large EIN only Chase business loan with bad or fair credit. I was speaking to you about, I was giving you a clear-cut, proven methodology. Number one, you want to explore Chase business lending. Number two, you want to focus on Chase business loans and lines of credit. Number three, you want to get your act straight, get organized here, right? Number four, you want to open Chase business accounts and savings accounts, what we call asset accounts. Number five, you want to explore Chase business services. Number six, you want to talk to a banker, a Chase banker, have a clear conversation, a mano a mano conversation, or a mujer conversation, right? And number seven, you want to apply. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.